join us right here on Luntha television and welcome to our today's edition of Press Review, a program in which we take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers and because here are the Daily Times as well as other national newspapers. In our today's program we are with me, Charity Chipman. Malawi has been rated the highest on the list of countries that have registered cases of attempted digital fraud. The development comes after last year the country was losing approximately 120 million kwacha monthly to mobile money fraud, according to the Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority (MACRA). According to the TransUnion 2023 State of Omnichannel Fraud Report, which is covered in the first half of 2023, the country registered a significant rate of digital fraud attempts, a development that is culminated in financial services and legal registering a rate of 8.7% and 7.6% respectively.
We have a story here. Minister's PA arrested over 45. Malawi Police Service has arrested Luntha, Minister of Information and Legalization of the school beverages company Malawi sales manager Alan Whitaker in September. National Police Deputy Spokesperson Alfred Chintere, in an interview yesterday, said Maganga is the only suspect arrested so far over the recent murder in Lilongwe City.
Alright, moving on to the third page of the Daily Times, weak funds absorption haunts government projects. And part with the story says weak absorption of project funds by ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, is haunting the speedy rollout of government projects under the Public Sector Investment Program, PSIP, a performance report has indicated. The PSIP sets out prioritized public projects to be implemented by the government in 5-year cycles with funds from the fiscal development partners and private entities. Public investment generates economic benefits, including job creation, and amplifies productivity, which are deemed essential ingredients for the attainment of the country's economic objectives. According to the performance report of 15 large projects in PSIP in the 2022-2023 financial year, which the Ministry of Finance has posted on its website, the absorption of government funds by MDAs is inefficient, with 57% of government funds not being absorbed and only 43% being absorbed.
Sarima Sugar under scrutiny, and we have some headlines. It says audit reveals 50 billion can't be validated. SPC deploys state security at the factory. Public-private partnership PP venture Sarima Sugar Company Limited has come under strict state scrutiny after an interim report revealed that funds missed at the company were 50 billion payments cannot be validated. The Secretary to the President Cabinet, Colin Zamba, has since ordered the deployment of state security at the company's factory in Sarima district. In a statement dated 20 October 2023, she said preliminary reports of the forensic audit of the company was submitted to the Malawi government and other shareholders of Sarima Sugar Company.
Still on the third page of the Daily Times, the ministry moves on peace architecture. The Ministry of Local Government Unity in Kaja has started implementing a project aimed at promoting peace, socio-economic empowerment and the establishment of a national peace architecture in Choro and Lusanya districts, the Daily Times has learned. This comes after the Japanese and Malawi governments signed a $2 billion budget grant to help the country implement the project through the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP. The project will also strengthen the capacity of district peace and unity committees, DPUCs, in their role of mediating and coordinating potential conflict drivers at national level through inclusive stakeholder. The $2 billion budget grant also includes a project that is premised on helping the country in climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts through the Ministry of Natural Resources and Climate Change.
Shielding of airland officers, ICE DCs. District Commissioner have decried tendency by some political linked persons to shield airland officers in local councils in the country from being disciplined. The sentiments were expressed during the Malawi Local Government Association MAGA Managers Network Symposium and 4th Annual Conference in Mzuzu on Thursday. During the meeting, the district commissioners, DCs, the chief executive officers, CEOs from councils decried the law of an invisible hand which protects airland officers. In his contribution at the meeting, Machinga DC Roderick Mateam said some officers misbehave knowing that they will be protected, a situation which was making the DC's job difficult to compromising service delivery.
Right, government earmarks 8,000 households for relocation, and part 3, the story says the Department of Disaster Management Affairs DODMA has announced that it wants to relocate a planned 8,000 households in Insanje district. The targeted households are among 40,000 people that are said to be residing in flood-prone areas in the southern region district. DODMA Commissioner Charles Kalimba disclosed the arrangement in the Mankanga area on Friday. He said some community members have already been relocated. Community members in Makanga asked the state president Lazarus Chakwera to be evacuated to higher grounds when he visited the area this year.
762 MDF troops ready for DRC. United States Ambassador David Young has hailed Malawi Defense Force MDF soldiers for their efforts to restore the economy and peace of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. He said this at a graduation of 762 Malawian battalion soldiers who have completed their 14 weeks peacekeeping pre-deployment training in Mzuzu on Friday. The troops will be deployed under the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo, MONUSCO.
Alright, ACB bans on students in corruption fight. Anti-Corruption Bureau ACB Principal Education Officer Andrew Usi has said the country can tame corruption cases if youths are trained in prevention measures. Usi said the Bureau has resorted to training youths for them to embrace integrity. He made the remarks on Friday at Zomba Urban Community Day Secondary School during the launch of Southeast Education Division SEED Language Teachers Association Debate Challenge. The debate, which ACB is sponsoring to the tune of 1 million kwacha, will see students from 35 secondary schools in the Education Division debating on corruption-related topics. Aside from the debate, we will be sensitizing students to dangers of corruption. We believe that the students will be crucial in resisting and even reporting corruption in our quest to create a corruption-free generation, Lucy said.
Malaria cases high in irrigation schemes. Delegates to a research dissemination workshop on integrated rice farming and malaria have called for enhanced measures to combat malaria after the study found that there was high indecency of malaria in settlements around irrigation schemes. The study follows similar research conducted by Tanzania, Sudan, Kenya, Ethiopia, and locally in the district, where the researchers wanted to verify that the findings and the observations from the other areas could be replicated in other districts. The Mapata Institute partnered with the Kamuzu University of Health Science, KUHES, and Lilongwe University of Agriculture and Natural Resources Rwanda to conduct the study on incidency of malaria at irrigation schemes to verify if malaria is more prevalent in areas close to rice irrigation schemes.
Moving on to the business segment, cut poverty by 8% per annum. Malawi must cut poverty by an average of 8% per annum if it is to achieve 100% eradication of poverty among Malawi's impoverished population by 2030, a midpoint to Sustainable Development Goals, SDG report by civil society organizations has shown. According to the report, Malawians continue to face vulnerability to economic shocks such as droughts and floods, which result in insecurity related to both food and income, adding that these unforeseen events consistently push many individuals back into poverty. It says poverty remains primarily concentrated in rural regions, where a significant segment of the population relies on subsistence farming.
ESCOM calls businesses to invest in energy sector. Electricity Supply Corporation of Malawi Limited has urged local businesses to attend and explore opportunities at the upcoming energy conference. ESCOM coordinating the energy sector stakeholders and marketing roadshow scheduled for Bingo International Convention Center from October 24 to 26, 2023, organized by Southern Africa Power Pool, an umbrella body for all energy sector players in the SADC region. ESCOM Public Relations Manager Kite Chingota said the event business captains will learn about investment opportunity that exist in the region.
Alright, IFA gives Malawi $5.03 million United States dollars for additional fertilizer. The International Fund for Agricultural Development effort has provided $5.03 million United States dollars, which is about 5.9 billion kwacha, to the government of Malawi for the purchase of fertilizer to assist in achieving food security and household and national levels, the Ministry of Agriculture has revealed. The money has come through the Crisis Recovery Initiative that aims at helping stakeholders recover from the effects of cyclones and COVID-19.
SACCO assets hit 66 billion Malawi kwacha. Savings and credit cooperatives SACCO in the country have accumulated 66 billion kwacha in assets, thereby giving opportunities to Malawians to attain financial freedom. This was disclosed in Dedza on a Saturday when SACCO in the central region donated assorted hospital equipment worth 6 million kwacha at Dedza district hospital.
Malawi gears up for 2023 Inter-African Trade Fair. About 30 local companies have expressed interest in participating in 2023 Inter-African Trade Fair, slated for Cairo, Egypt from November 9 to 15th. Secretary for Trade Christina Zakeyu disclosed this in Lilongwe on Friday during a sensitization meeting for Malawi representatives. According to Zakeyu, the African Continental Free Trade Area has opened vast regional trade opportunities as it has created a unified market with over 1.2 billion people and a gross domestic product GDP of 2.5 trillion United States dollars.
Makanjila photo exposes government failure. There is a subheadline, it says Chakweya's vehicle goes swimming on Makanjila Road. The story reads, recently, President Lazarus Chakweya's vehicle was pictured splitting a water-lodged spot on a road to Makanjila in Mangochi. What a shot from the president photographer. However, this is not good public relations from the leader who promised better Malawi for all. The neglected Swampy Road screams government in low investment in rural communities that requires decent road like the urban counterparts.
Moving on to arts and culture, thousands attend Shibari's burial, and partly the story says scores of people, including artists, traditional leaders, and government officials, on Saturday attended the funeral and burial ceremony of well-known musician Thomas Cheng Komba Chibade, who was laid to rest at Area 18 Cemetery in Lilongwe. The artist was at first expected to be laid to rest at his home Likuluma village in the area of traditional authority Chikowi in Zomba. But the program was changed at the 11th hour following discussions between the family and other members before they settled for Area 18 cemetery. Samba Mudzing left in Gona during the funeral service and later burial ceremony at Area 18 cemetery when the remains of an artist were being interred.
Court pays tribute to Daniel Kachamba. Musician Code Sangara, popularly known as Code in the music circles, on Thursday paid tribute to one of the most country-distinct guitarists and a musician, the late Dr. Daniel Kachamba, during his performance at Jacaranda Cultural Center in Luntha. Performing during Sounds of Malawi acoustic night, he said he has always been fascinated by the sounds of the guitar played by Kachamba. I always wondered how he used to do it. He had his own rhythm, and one always wondered how he managed to produce that sound, said Code.
Alright, Wambali smiles as Manyasa regroups. Iconic musician interviewed Wambali Mpendewili was suddenly praised at his resting place at Area 18 Cemetery in Lilongwe on Friday night as his band Manyasa announced its relaunch in Brantia that was titled with a virtuoso performance. Dubbed Wambali's music with Manyasa Band, the free of charge concert gave an opportunity to the audience to enjoy the songs of Wambali, who died of COVID-19 in 2011, as well as appreciate jazz and Afro jazz genres.
Umodzi celebrate World Tourism Award. Umodzi Park Holdings on Friday hosted a cocktail and a music party at Bingo International Convention Center, BICC, in Lilongwe, to celebrate the World Traveler Award it won last week. The award was presented to the President Hotel by the World Travelers Award for its excellency and function that took place in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates, last Sunday. Minister of Tourism Vera Kantugule attended the celebration, where she joined in dance and interact with Umodzi Park employees and other players in the tourism sector. And there is a picture of Vera Kantugule smiling, holding that award.
Yes. Alright, do you have one more in arts and culture?
In arts and culture, yes, we have one more. It says Thomas Chibade, laid to rest. Musician Thomas Chibade was laid to rest on a Saturday at Area 18 Cemetery in Lilongwe. Born on February 13, 1986, he died on October 18 at Kamuzu Central Hospital after succumbing to liver failure. The musician is well known as for his hit album Zatugusira, which he released in 2004. He is survived by a wife and 4 children. In the picture, a casket carrying the remains of Thomas Chibade before burial.
Alright, moving on to the sports segment, that's a log sports. The very back page of the Daily Times. There is a story with 3 headlines. The main headline says the chosen one, and the first sub-headline says Mabedi named Frame's coach. The other one says offered a 2-year contract. And part 3, the story reads, Football Association of Malawi Families named Patrick Mabedi as Malawi national football team coach on a 2-year contract. This was approved at the Farm Executive Committee meeting held in Mangochi on Saturday. Farm President Walter Nyamelando confirmed the development but said more details would be announced in a statement. Nyamelando was quick to say Mabedi would be given freedom to choose his platform staff with the approval of the Executive Committee.
International, it says there's a story here which says Pochettino proud of Chelsea display. In sub-headline it says I think we lost 2 points. Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino says despite giving an away goal lead to draw 2-2 against Arsenal on a Saturday, he was proud of his Chargers' performance. The Gunners took a point against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in a thriving game which saw former Paris Saint-Germain teammate Mikel Arteta and Pochettino drawing their managerial head-to-head.
Alright, Wanderers silver pilo pressure on Bullets. It's 0 Wanderers 1 and Tigers 0 silver 2. And partly the story says Title contenders Maida Mugula Wanderers and Silver Strikers alleges that crucial wins to keep the TNM Super League race wide open and para pressure on Maridu's FC Nyasa Big Bullets. Wanderers defeated Leeds Dynamos Salima Sugar 1-0 at Leeds Stadium, while Silver beat Mighty Tigers at Kamuzu Stadium. Both matches were played yesterday. Following the results, second place the Wanderers tie on points with Bullets as they both have 50 points each, while Silver are third with 46 points. Bullets have played 23 games, while Wanderers have played 26, one above Silver. At the Stadium, Francisco Madiga scored in the 45th minute to keep Wanderers in the contention. At Kamuzu Stadium, 2 second-half goals from Patrick Majeso and Emmanuel Kaunga were enough to hand the Bankers a victory.
Tabitha scores the third goal at PSG. France-based Malawian women football icon Tabitha Chawinga took her tally to 3 goals in competitions at the French side Paris Saint-Germain PSG after scoring the second goal in a 3-1 triumph over Lille. The Scottish captain, who is on a season-long loan from her Chinese Super League side Wuhan, also provided an assist for the last goal.
Zomba Soccer Saints claim Zomba XCP title. Zomba Soccer Saints on Saturday won the Zomba District First Capital Bank FCB Gatswili Under-19 League Championship after defeating Mulungu's Academy 5-4 on penalties at Zomba Police College Ground. The match ended in 1-1 draw in regulation time, with Ernest John